SD delta changes in SD as for Hana. Take the SD delta changes in SD as for Hana. Customers has been converted to BP. Customer master uh, has been converted to BP. Customer master has been converted to BP. This is not SD, but just take this vendor master because we discussed vendor master related also here. Vendor master converted to BP. Vendor master converted to BP. Vendor master converted to BP. Credit management concept has been shifted to FSCM with additional functionalities. Credit management concept has been shifted to FSCM with additional functionalities. Credit management concept has been shifted to FSCM with additional functionalities. Credit management concept has been shifted to FSCM with additional functionalities. FSCM means uh, FSCM stands for Finance Supply Chain Management. FSCM stands for what? Finance Supply Chain Management. Finance Supply Chain Management. Rebate management concept has been converted to settlement management. Rebate management concept has been converted to settlement management. Output determination concept has been converted to BRF. BRF stands for Business Rule Framework. Output determination concept has been converted to BRF. BRF stands for Business Rule Framework. Advanced ATP introduced advanced ATP. ATP stands for available to promise. Introduced LTMC. LTMC stands for legacy transfer migration cockpit. Okay. This is a migration tool to upload the data from legacy to S4HANA. Next, table changes, T code changes, field changes, field length, field length changes. So these are the SD delta changes in SDS for HANA.
Sir, for BP configuration, T code BP only, na sir?
Yes, yes. BP creation, T code BP. Configurations we have, we'll see that we have BP related configurations that we'll discuss in the course. But to create BP, it is BP only. Okay.
Mm, Sir, here LTMC legacy means it's from ECC to S4 legacy transfer.
No, no, from non-SAP to S4HANA.
Okay,
Sir, is in real time, is it necessary to create a customer master and vendor master in ECC, sir?
Sorry?
In real time, when while we are moving to ECC to S/4HANA migration, first we have to create a customer master and vendor master in ECC, sir.
No need to create. You already have customer master in ECC.
Okay. Again, we have to
So that
create in S/4HANA like BP
that we
configuration.
have to first migrate to BP, existing customers and vendors. So already existing customers in ECC, first we have to convert to BP. First we have to convert to BP.
That we are doing in ECC, right, sir?
Yes, yes. So,
Sir, LTMC tool, one more we have, right, sir? LT mom.
for LTMC only we have LTMOM. In LTMC only you will get LTMOM, where you control the fields, whether the field is mandatory or optional. When you download the Excel file, first we have to control the fields, which field you want to enter in Excel mandatory. So that control we do in LTMOM.
Okay.
While discussing LTMC, we will have that included LTMOM. We have to discuss that also. But the tool name is LTMC. Inside
Okay.
LTMC, you will have the LTMOM concept also. Okay. Okay. So these are the means we discuss once again this about the T code changes table. We'll elaborate this, but this is general SD delta changes initial, just idea purpose. Okay. So this is SD delta changes in S/4HANA. So course, if you see course content, first we'll see migration process, migration project in the course. So in migration, first we'll have uh, we will you will be given ECC server initially in the course. We start the course with migration project. Then we go for greenfield implementation. In migration project, initially you will be given ECC server. So in ECC server, we do BP first initially BP activation steps. BP means business partner. Whenever I say BP, business partner, BP activation steps, uh, BP configurations, or we call CVA configurations. We have to do BP configurations in ECC server. Initially, you will be given only ECC server. So in ECC server, you have to do all these configurations, BP configurations.
What is our CVI? CVI config.
Or vendor integration, customer vendor integration. Then we do in BP configurations, we have many steps in CVA configurations or BP configuration that I am not mentioning here. Okay, just I'll mention BP configurations. We have to do this BP configurations. Okay, then we have to run upgradation check report, run simplification item check report, then migrate all customers and vendors to BP. In ECC, we migrate all customers and vendors. This is the last step in ECC server. Okay. After this, after migrating all customers and vendors to BP, we give this for in ECC server we call this was pre-migration. This we call pre-migration. Okay. In pre-migration we do in ECC server, and these are the steps in ECC server. After that, we give this system for technical migration. In technical migration will be done by ABAP and BASIS technical team. And this pre-migration will be done by mainly SD and MM consultants. Pre-migration will be done by whom? SD and MM consultants. We have to do the pre-migration configurations. Then, after migrating all customers and vendors to BP, this is the final step in ECC server. Migrate all customers and vendors to BP. Then we give the system, ECC system for technical migration. Technical migration will be done by ABAP and BASIS. Once technical migration is done, then you will get the data in S/4HANA server. This we call post migration. So, this post migration will be done by SD, MM, and FI consultants. Okay. Here we do BP activation steps, BP configurations, or CVI configurations. Here also we have to do BP configurations, CVI configurations, configure credit management. We have changes in credit management. Migrate credit master, migrate condition master. Okay, up to 5, these are mandatory. Uh, because clients will have credit management, so we have to do that also. But if client is asking for BRF output, then configure BRF output. If client is having rebate concepts, then configure rebate settlement management. Then configure, if client is asking advanced ATP, configure advanced ATP. Okay. So this is the course content. For technical migration, we don't involve, but we have class with basis consultant after technical migration. In our course also, first we have ECC server. You have to practice all this, and you have to migrate your customers and vendors to BP. Then finally, once everyone practice, then we give the system for technical migration. Here we have technical team. They will migrate our ECC server to, they will do technical migration for ECC server. And after technical migration, we can see our data in S/4HANA server. Now you will get S/4HANA server. In S/4HANA server, we have to do this configurations and see the result. Okay. So real time, how we do migration? Exactly same we do here also. Okay. So CVI stands
Sir,
for Customer Vendor Integration.
in S4HANA, what are the steps here you mentioned? These are the new concepts, right, sir?
Yes, yes.
And rest of the concepts are same T codes and same concept procedure, all the same only, no, sir?
Yes, that is same. Only delta
Okay.
changes, whatever I mentioned as the delta changes, only that there is a change remaining
Yeah.
same.
Yeah. Okay, sir.
Sir, in EC server, we are doing BP activation steps and BP configurations, right? Again, do we do it in S/4HANA server as well?
Yeah, here direction changes. In ACC, direction is we are converting customer to BP. Here, direction is BP to customer, so we have to do the configuration changes according to the direction. But that, when we go into subject, you will understand. So I don't want to mention that. What is direction customer to BP? BP? You don't understand here. Just I want to mention here the course content in migration, what we discussed.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir, and migrate condition master means the pricing one, right?
Yes, yes. Here the table is changed in pricing. Pricing table in S4HANA is PRCD underscore elements. So we have to migrate all our condition master, means the pricing master into the new table.
So, what about the
Sir,
open transaction data, sir?
Sorry?
Open transaction data.
That will come automatically after technical migration. All the data from ECC will be moved to S4HANA. All the data means that transaction data, uh, even master data, configuration data, everything will be moved automatically. Z data, any Z data you have, Z tables or Z uh, enhancements, anything, everything will be moved to S4HANA after technical migration.
sir, again we will discuss here the pricing, the condition master and determination concepts also here.
No, no, that there is no change in pricing. Only the table related we'll discuss. We have one extra field in pricing procedure that we discuss. We have some pricing field changes, only that, but not the concept. Pricing concept we will not discuss here because there is no change in pricing
So
concept
in
determination.
implementation, so in ECC implementation, there is ASAP methodology. So what is the methodology in migration
Activate
project? So
methodology.
will you explain that, sir, in
No,
further
no,
classes?
no, no.
How can we get that, sir?
You will have document. You can search for that. Process is same like ASAP methodology how we discussed. Concept is same that just go through the documents.
Okay. Will you provide the documents, sir?
No, no, you will get that.
Okay.
Uh, Ravi, actually, I have one doubt. It's a ECC to S4 HANA is a conversion, right? It is not a migration, right? Basically.
Migration, we call migration project. You can name it as conversion also. It means as per your understanding. But actual
Okay.
terminology we use is migration project.
Okay. Now, whatever the setup you're saying that, what are the settings to be in ECC system box and S4 HANA box? Basically, these are one-time activity you are explaining, right? It's converting customer or vendor to BP, or whether it is a transaction data, whatever. This is a means it's one-time activity when the new box is introduced and you move all the existing data to new box. Correct? This is
Yes,
afterwards. This ECC to HANA link will not be there forever. Correct?
yes, yes.
And what about this configuration data and Z data? Basically, as far as my understanding till now, the S4 HANA, we have to do whether it's a configuration or Z data and any interfaces to be reconfigured, or I mean redeveloped again? Is it to be transferred from ECC box to S4 HANA again, or just as far as my understanding, it is not just a support pack upgradation or any other migration. HANA box is completely to be configured new, or to be developed any Z programs again based on this thing. But you're saying that it will be along like
So
master data
client,
and
yeah, I
transaction data.
understood. I understood. So client will have two options here. Either client can go for migration project, after technical migration, they can move all your Z data into S/4HANA. Or if client doesn't want to do enhancements, they want to do again, then that we call greenfield implementation. So some clients, why clients will go for greenfield implementation, even existing clients, they want to again recheck everything, what are the enhancements they have, and they want to do that again fresh in S/4HANA. So that clients they go for greenfield implementation. But if you want to move all your configuration data, Z data in migration, we can do with the technical migration. We can move Z data, configuration data. So we can see that here, whatever the configurations you do in our project, you will find everything in S4HANA also. You can see the result in our project.
Sir, if in real time, as you said that clients will go for directly greenfield implementation. So here they need to necessarily in a ECC, right, sir? They need to do configuration.
Uh, all the existing data, they again do implementation, fresh implementation in S4HANA, greenfield means.
Yeah, okay,
Already
sir.
they are in
And,
ECC. They do all
and
configurations again in S4HANA. That is greenfield
here,
implementation.
and here in S4 credit management and BRF output and this all concept has same T code only, sir. FD32 and
No,
VV11,
no, no, no.
VV21.
No, no. T
So
codes
T
will
code
be
has been
different.
changed.
Different, different.
And configuration steps also be different, sir.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So here,
Sir, for
present migration, all this data will automatically convert to S/4HANA. All enhancements, transaction, master data, configuration data. You can see that in our practice systems also. All the data in ECC, we create some transactions, we create master data, we create transaction data. If you have knowledge on Z, you can create Z data also. And you can see everything in S/4HANA after technical migration. Okay. So that client will decide whether they want to move all the data or whether they want to again do the implementation. So if they want to do the implementation or if they want to do the Z data and the configurations again newly in S/4HANA, then that we call greenfield implementation. It's not migration project. If they want to move the total data from ECC to S/4HANA, then it is a migration project. Okay.
Sir, what is called from legacy to HANA, sir?
Greenfield only, fresh
Green.
implementation.
Okay, thanks.
And
sir,
this
what is the
migration
option for
Greenfield means
migration
fresh
possible.
implementation. Sorry.
And this migration option you have in a cloud also, or only in on-premise, Ravi?
Uh, Migration we have in on-premise. This whatever we are
Okay,
discussing is on-premise. We are not discussing about cloud here in our course.
okay, thanks.
sir here when we are doing the migration and everything, like the path and everything is same for all the pricing and the output determination, like batch determination concepts, and for the STO process and everything.
So other than delta changes, did you take in delta changes? Uh, just now I mentioned
Sorry.
SD delta changes. Did you take in that?
Yes, yes, I wrote down the things.
Sir, these are the total concept of around S4 HANA. Sir. This is migration,
See,
right?
other than this delta changes, remaining all path, everything, T codes, everything is same. Other than the delta changes, whatever the SD delta changes. Other than this, the concepts which you are asking, STO, third party, process, everything is same. Okay. Whatever the delta changes, for this T codes, path will change, process will change. Remaining concepts is same like ECC. Okay. Now
Is there any difference for variant configuration between
there
ECC
is
and
no
S4?
difference. There is no difference.
Okay, sir.
So next, greenfield implementation. Once we complete migration process in our course, then we go for greenfield implementation. Now here we discuss BP activation steps, BP configurations or CVI configurations, CVI means customer vendor integration. Then credit management configurations, uh, credit management configurations, then settlement management, BRF output determination, advanced ATP, LTMC. So this is after migration project, we discuss greenfield implementation. So here we discuss delta changes. I'll show you in S4HANA server. Even table changes, all SD delta changes means table changes, field changes, T code changes. Okay. Okay. So as a SD consultant, our focus is on SD delta changes. Okay. So this is our course content in migration project and greenfield implementation.
Hi Ravi.
Yes.
Are there any changes in the reports as well? Standard reports, are there any changes being done between BP and the HANA? Are we going to discuss those?
There is no changes in standard reports, only the T code changes. Suppose list of inquiries VA 15 and now it is VF50. Like that changes we'll discuss. But backend table changes, there are some table changes in the backend, but that ABAP will handle that. But front end, there is no change in the tables, only the T codes. So here take Fiori apps. We'll discuss on Fiori apps. Fiori apps. Okay. So here we have uh, just by default we'll get the Fiori apps here. We'll have how to do the transactions. Some configurations also we have to do in Fiori apps. Uh, that also we will discuss. Means it's like settlement, management, LTMC, or advanced ATP. Some process we have to do, and all transactions on master data we discuss in Fiori apps only. BRF also we have to do that configuration in Fiori apps only. Uh,
So what is the
Suppose
landscape
if
of
you,
Corona, sir?
same landscape, that client will decide landscape. Whether the existing, suppose ECC, if they have five server landscape, they can have the same landscape in S4HANA. That, but landscape is total client decision. There is no restriction from SAP. But minimum three servers: development server, quality server, production server. Extra, that client will decide that.
Sir, even we implement greenfield implementation, so we have to get the backup data into our development server, right? From ECC to S4.
No, no. If you decide to go for greenfield implementation, then everything fresh, no backup required.
But the customers and transaction data will be there in ECC, right? So,
We upload directly from customer data. We can upload directly through LTMC. Open transaction data we upload from LTMC.
okay.
Through LTMC we upload that. Okay. So here, if you want to go for Fiori apps, so here we have we have to select the options from here. Same you can do for inquiry, or you can create BP also. We have all the options here. Fiori, we have separate section on this for Fiori apps. Okay, how to practice in Fiori apps. We have separate classes on this. Okay. But some configurations as a concept, not only transactions and master data, some configurations also we do from Fiori only, like advanced ATP, backorder processing, we do from Fiori only. We have to
Is this
do
like
these
ticketing
steps.
tool or
Sorry?
it is like looking ticketing tool, sir? Is this correct?
No, no. So Fiori app is a user friendly. Uh, it is compatible with any device. You can use Fiori app from your mobile also. The salespersons, when they go to customer, they can create sales order from customer point itself by using their mobile. So this Fiori app main advantage is it is compatible with any device. You can use this from your mobile also. So Fiori app is mainly for users. It is compatible with any device. You can use any device to use this Fiori apps. So this is our course content in migration project and greenfield implementation.
Sir, in
Next,
interview purpose, sir, in interview purpose, we can enough to learn this greenfield implementation, or we have to prepare ECC server. What you have mentioned that points also.
migration and greenfield both is required.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay, but mainly migration. Most of the present we have in real time. We will have most of the projects on migration project. So migration is most important because all existing ECC clients now they are moving to S4HANA. So you will have more projects on migration present. Not only present, next 5 years you will have this migration projects. So next 5 years this will have more importance than greenfield. Greenfield also you have, but you will have more number of migration projects.
Sir, will you show us the real-time errors which comes while converting customers to BP and then vendors to VP?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Sir, sir, one small doubt, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Sir, actually, I'm having real-time experience on ECC server, but if I learn this as S4 HANA, so I can get good opportunities outside. Currently, I'm
Yes.
trying to appearing for the interviews. They're asking for the S4 HANA only.
Yes, yes. Present they are asking for
So I'm
S4HANA.
having 3 years of experience. Yes, sir. I'm having 3 years of experience, but even though they are asking for the S4 HANA certification and everything,
Yeah, that is the reason S4HANA is required now because you will find more projects on migration converting ECC to. When you go to interview, they'll ask
Okay, sir.
S4HANA present. So not
Yes, sir.
only
Yes.
experienced, the fresh person also
right?
who wants to enter into SAP. So S4HANA is required. It is mandatory now. S4HANA is also mandatory because when you go to interview, they will ask first thing S4HANA.
Okay, sir.
So S4HANA is
Okay.
mandatory nowadays. Oh, yeah. Any doubts? Next Saturday onwards, we'll start the actual concepts. Next Saturday onwards, we'll start the actual means we will enter into this migration. First, we'll discuss more on migration. I have given just basic idea of migration. But next class we'll discuss theory part on migration project, what exactly we do, theory point of view. After that, we will get into this. Uh, Initially, you will get ECC server from our side only. Uh, you cannot practice this in your ECC server because our team will do technical migration for our ECC server, not yours. So you will get ECC. You have to take ECC server from here, and you have to practice everything in our server. So our ECC server will be will do technical migration, and you can see all your data in S4HANA server. So you have to take our server setup, yours. If you practice in your ECC server, we cannot do technical migration for that server. So here, server setup you have to take from here, uh, and you have to practice everything in our server. Uh,
So do
Sir,
we
Migration
then
have
and
to
brownfield is same
do
only.
we have to take, sir, ECC server from you and S4HANA server both from you?
Yes, yes.
So already, sir,
Then
ECC
only
server is
you can see.
no, sir. Last time, sir, one of my senior friends said like only S4HANA server sir will provide, baki rest ECC server which is already going on, which you have created all the data, master data and all. That is the existing, like from Babu and all.
No, no, no. When they did the course,
So 6 months
please
back.
check that. No, no. So you have to take both the servers from here only. Uh, for SD course, you take from Babu Technologies, but here as for an course, you have to take from here the servers. Anyway, the payment is same when you take a ECC or as for an payment mode is same.
Mhm.
Sir, what about the data, sir, in
okay.
ECC? So if you take an ECC server, when we migrate to S4, definitely we should have maintained some data, right? That open data
Uh,
master.
I'll, I'll guide you on that when we start the configurations in ECC. I'll guide you which data you have to maintain in ECC, and you can cross-check that in your S4HANA, your personal data, transactions, master data, everything. After technical migration, you can cross-check everything in S4HANA, and I'll guide you on that which data you have to maintain in ECC server. Total ECC, what data we require for this migration project. I'll guide you on that. Okay.
And sir, about that G data enhancements and everything will not be there, right, in the ECC server, at least in the
But
real time
yeah,
if you want to experience that.
in real time you have, but Z data will automatically convert into S4HANA after technical migration.
Sir, is this brownfield is same migration? It's
Yes, yes.
okay.
Brownfield and migration is same.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So
So
next class
one
we'll
clarity.
continue.
So one
Yes.
clarity, sir. In this course, so we are doing the practice in ECC, right, sir? After the technical migration, we are doing a greenfield implementation project, right, sir?
No, no. After technical migration, we get S4HANA server. In that, we have to
Okay,
do this post migration,
okay.
this
First, we are
this
doing
part.
as per HANA 7 part. After that, we are doing a greenfield implementation, right, sir?
So there is some confusion in your. First, we are doing migration project. In migration, we have three steps. Pre-migration is in ECC. Technical migration will done by basis technical team, and post migration we do in S4HANA server. After that, we go for greenfield implementation. For greenfield,
Okay,
we'll get separate one more server. Migration servers different. For greenfield, we'll get one more S4HANA server. Okay. Here we have one S4HANA server, and for greenfield, we get one more S4HANA server. Total fresh, you will do configurations.
okay. Now
So,
I got clarity.
does
Sir,
it
in
involve all the
ECC,
configurations? Sorry, for the greenfield, does it involve all the configuration from
No,
initial
no.
sales org setup till on?
Basic, Basic things we discuss, whatever is required, but not all configurations. We don't do total SD configurations in Greenfield. Whatever is required, that we do, like enterprise structure, partner determination, document, like that. Whatever is basic things required. Other than that, whatever I mentioned, that we discuss complete. But remaining, we don't discuss all configurations here. Whatever is required for these configurations, only that part we discuss.
Okay, so just a dummy setup for one scenario which will help us to achieve our all the goals. Is that it?
Yes, yes, yes.
Sir, how
In
many days
Greenfield
required for the course
implementation,
duration?
Greenfield implementation, we will not discuss total SD concepts. Just keep in mind, we do complete process of the credit management, BP configuration, settlement management. We discuss complete configurations and we see the result of this part. And remaining whatever is required for this for to do credit management, settlement management, BRF, that part we discuss prerequisites. But we don't discuss total SD here in Greenfield. Just keep in mind.
So
So
what
here
about
we don't
pricing? Because price,
pricing. We don't discuss pricing concept here because there is no change in pricing.
but new fields are introduced or no? And pricing
Uh,
also. Like
one
currently there are
one
60.
field one field is
Yeah.
introduced. Only that field we discuss, but not
Okay,
total
we'll discuss
pricing.
that. Okay.
So, normally in real time, what is the duration of greenfield implementation and migration project durations?
Duration, it depends on the client's process, but normally you can take greenfield 6 months or 7 months greenfield implementation. Migration, it will take 3 months migration process. It's a 3 months or 3 to 4 months project. Greenfield, 7 to 10 months project. But there is no standard time period like that. It depends on the client's process always.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. So next class we'll continue with migration project. We will elaborate on this migration process, what exactly we do, theory part. After that we'll get into this uh, configurations. Okay. Next class we'll continue this. Thank you.
Sir, excuse me, sir. Kumar. Hello.
Yes.